I guess, in the locker room with them after it yesterday?
We talked a couple different things. One of them is, we have to get a better start. Our energy, our kind of our just outward appearance that we want to be playing has to be better. Anytime you get down in team sports, in the scoreboard, and you have to come back, it just takes so much energy that a lot of times you'll come back, you'll get the lead only to see it kind of disappear again because it takes so much to come back from deficits. And so that's probably the first thing. The second thing is we get more games. We saw some really good things. That's a pretty decent team. We shot the ball terribly in the first half, and second half we had our chances. It's just kind of, even though we have an older team, a lot of these guys haven't played just a lot of basketball together on the varsity court. And so some of these things are early season things that it's good to learn from.
You had alluded to it in that answer that, it takes so much energy to come back. It wasn't really ever a huge lead. It just felt like more because points were at so much of a premium.
Right.
Riverton takes the lead in this third quarter. I'm like, okay, here we are.
Yep.
We've arrived, and then it kind of went south. You're going to see another zone here today against Grace, I'm going to imagine.
I thought so too, and then we watched them, on Wednesday they played man, today they played man, and then they'll go to some of the zone too. So coming into the year with such a little team, we were kind of joking around that, it'd be great if we play so well that teams have to zone us. And we've kind of gotten what we were joking about.
Careful what you wish for, right?
Exactly. So I think we'll see both, honestly. I think we'll see man and zone.
Any difference, I guess, as far as rotation? It just kind of same as what you saw yesterday?
No, it'll be almost identical to yesterday. The guys get another chance at it. I think sometimes, you come in and, whether it's jitters or just slow starts, you get a chance to redeem that today, and I'm excited to see what the boys what they do this afternoon.
I know that illness has kept a couple of your players home. Everybody okay after a night in the motel and everything?
Yeah, I think we're good to go. Like I said, we had some younger guys, and on the varsity, Eli wasn't able to make the trip, but for the most part, they're pretty healthy. This is a tough time of year for everybody with sicknesses and little flu bugs going around. So
I know when the ball goes up, it's probably not going to make a difference, but playing Dallin, he grew up with your three seniors and
right.
knows the junior. I mean, it's just different when you play a kid you know so well, but at the same time, when the ball's going up, I don't think it's going to matter. As kids talked about that, have you thought about that at all?
No, I don't think it'll make a difference. We'd love to have Dallin playing in the Wolverines jerseys, multiple sports, and all of his brothers, but once it goes up, it's just like playing against anybody else. You're wanting to win, they're wanting to win. After the game looks a little different, because you can kind of have some bragging rights and hug it up a little bit. But it'll be fun to play against Dallin and his teammates. But, I think the boys still get after just like a normal game.
We will talk to you when it's over.
All right, thanks, John.
You bet. Head coach Bo Sheets, Riverton High School boys. They'll take on Grace, Idaho next. This is the Porter's pregame show, and this is County 10 Sports. We'll tip it up right after this.
Fremont Therapy Group has been a proud supporter of Wyoming athletics for more than 25 years, providing highly trained clinicians to treat athletes in the clinic and on the field. Fremont values commitment to professionalism, expertise, and community. With specialized training and one-on-one service, they get you back to doing what you love. Whether you need rehab for an injury from a sports certified specialist, or you need to get therapy from their certified hand therapist in Fremont County, with 6 locations in western Wyoming, they provide aquatic therapy, dry needling, and women's health therapy. Find out more about Fremont Therapy Group or schedule an appointment. Go to FremontTherapyGroup.com. Fremont Therapy Group has been a proud supporter of Wyoming athletics for more than 25 years, providing highly trained clinicians to treat athletes in the clinic and on the field. Fremont values commitment to professionalism, expertise, and community. With specialized training and one-on-one service, they get you back to doing what you love. Whether you need rehab for an injury from a sports certified specialist, or you need to get therapy from their certified hand therapist in Fremont County, with 6 locations in western Wyoming, they provide aquatic therapy, dry needling, and women's health therapy. Find out more about Fremont Therapy Group or schedule an appointment. Go to FremontTherapyGroup.com.
Gales Carpet Floor and Home is happy to support student athletes in sports across Fremont County. Gales Carpet One Floor and Home has been a Fremont County fixture for decades, specializing in flooring, window coverings, and cabinets, as well as the professional certified installation of those products. Stop into Gales Floor and Home today at 220 East Main Street, Riverton, or see them online at galescarpet1riverton.com.
High Country Hearing Center supports patient hearing health care with a superior standard of practice for our Wyoming families, and we are proud to sponsor sports and student athletes all across Fremont County. High Country Hearing Centers has been serving Wyoming's hearing health care needs since 1979. High Country Hearing Centers will always provide superior hearing instrument technology and standard of care practices to help you stay connected with family and help you maintain a more active and healthier Wyoming lifestyle. Make an appointment today in Lander at 1460 West Main or in Rock Springs at 514 Broadway.
Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Don't miss any of the action for Wolverine basketball on County 10's YouTube channel.
Let's get to the starting lineups in this afternoon's basketball game. Getting underway maybe a skosh early. 4:20 was tap time, but they're going to get this one underway real close to 4:15, maybe a 5-minute early start on this for the Grace Grizzlies out of Grace, Idaho, 5-1 under the direction of Rory Lloyd. Number 1 is William Mickelson. Mickelson, a 6-foot sophomore, 6-foot senior, averages 8 points per ball game. He was the running back on their state runner-up football team, just the second time in history that they did that. Number 11 is Ty Gilbert. He is a 6-foot senior. He was the Conference Player of the Year. And this is a weird little twist as well. He ran cross country this fall and played football. You can do 2 sports at the same time. It gets weirder here in a second. Those of you from Wyoming, it gets weirder. If you're from Idaho, this happens all the time. But he was on the cross country team that got 3rd at state. He was on the football team that got 2nd at state. And he was the Conference Player of the Year in football as Ty Gilbert. He wears number 11. Number 15 is a 6'4" senior. That is Peyton Reeves. He averages 5 rebounds per ball game. And Easton Lloyd, he is a 5'10" junior. He wears number 20. And then number 32, he is a 6'4" senior. He's the leading scorer at 11 points per ball game. He was also a Conference Player of the Year in football. And he is also the tight end and linebacker there as well.
We're starting with a technical.
Okay, all right. Coach has told us that we're going to start with a technical as Riverton was caught dunking in warm-ups. So I saw Grace doing it, but the referees weren't out here apparently at the time, so we'll start with a T. But here we go. The 6'4" senior, number 32, that is Dallin Draper. Dallin went to school at Riverton up until about his freshman year of high school. He's been to my house about 1 billion times. He and Cade and Nathan and Parker and Jason, all great buddies and friends, and now they're going to duke it out here for 32 minutes here in just a minute. And this is even weirder than the cross-country football thing because it's so different, but Dallin Draper is 4-0 as a high school wrestler, and he is 4-1 as a high school basketball player. Yeah, that is a crazy combination. Usually football and basketball basketball and wrestling are like arch enemies of each other, but Dallin does both. And I asked him, and I'm like, 4-0? I said, you can't even call yourself a wrestler at 4-0. He says, I haven't made many tournaments yet, which understandable on that. He'll make the home ones, he said, when I chatted with Dallin earlier. So it will be Mickelson, Gilbert, Reeves, Anderson, and Draper, the 5 on the floor to start for the red and white of the Grace Grizzlies. Riverton will be in the home whites for the 6th consecutive time this basketball season, as they will start number 0, averaging 8 points, 3 rebounds a game, is Jason Vincent, the 6-foot senior. Number 1 is 6'2" junior, 17 points, 6 boards per ball game. He is 43% from the arc, 63% from the free throw line. Had a game-high 10 rebounds against Laramie. Number 1 is Derek DeVries. Number 5, a 6-foot senior, averaging 9 points a game, has hit 7 3-pointers at just under 40%. He is also 100% from the free throw line. He's 1 for 1, and he had 4 assists against South. That is Cade Gabrielson. Number 12, the leading scorer, is a 5'9" junior, averaging 20 points, 4 boards per ball game. He has hit 14 3-pointers and was 50% coming into today's, the weekend's game. Everybody's 3-point percentage dropped after yesterday, unfortunately. three-time state champion golfer, that is Parker Paxton. And wearing number 14, a 6-foot senior averaging 5 points, 3 rebounds per ball game. And he has signed on to play baseball at McCook in Nebraska. That is Nathan Hutchison. Vincent, DeVries, Gabrielson, Paxton, Hutchison taking on Mickelson, Gilbert, Reeves, Lloyd, and Draper for Grace, Idaho. Riverton 13-8 against out-of-state opponents, playing most of them here at this venue. This is the 28th annual Flaming Gorge Invitational. This is the second game of the day, by the way, for the Grizzlies. And this is also interesting. Travis Draper is their athletic director, and obviously Dallin's dad. And he told me that they played on Wednesday night. They beat Soda Springs. I watched most of that on the NFHS network. Then Dallin, Draper, and several other members of their school went and sang in Salt Lake at the LDS Temple. They got home late last night, get up early, played Farson this morning. Now they're going to play Riverton, so there'll be some tired kids. So, again, starters, and then it will be Grace shooting free throws and Grace getting the basketball. Mickelson, watching him on the NFHS network, I thought he had a pretty good tattoo on that upper arm, but it's kinetic tape.
Number 20, Easton Lloyd. And a senior, number 32, Dallin Draper. Grizzlies coached by Rory Lloyd. And here are the starters for the home team on the scoreboard, the Riverton Wolverines. The senior, number 0, Jason Vincent. A junior, number 1.
Brody Dale out there greeting them as they all come out.
A senior, number 5, Cade Gabrielson. A junior, number 12, Parker.
I will get you, one of these days, we're going to video the handshakes out there exclusively, because Cade told me what his is, and it's putting on a backpack, grabbing his lunch pail, and heading to school. That is his handshake with Brody Dale. So the kids are creative, they're crazy, and that's how they go. Wolverines will go right to left as we look at Lincoln Middle School Gymnasium. And Riverton was caught dunking in the pregame by the officials, and so the technicals will be assessed, and Grace will go shoot him. Ty Gilbert, the 6-foot senior, who also ran cross country this fall, will get a free throw, and he'll make it. They'll get another, and then it will be Grace basketball to begin the ball game. He gets one of 2.
Grizzly ball.
You can dunk in warm-ups as long as an official doesn't see you, but Riverton got caught. Grace did not. So Gilbert, man-to-man defense, runs past Paxton. He'll take it to the rack and score it. Quick bucket by Gilbert as he's got the first 3 points of the contest. Grace comes out in a man-to-man. I saw him run a lot of zone against Farson, but they're going to come out in a man-to-man. Bear Lake ran a lot of zone against this team and kind of didn't get the shots to fall as Paxton gets in a double team, finds Vincent. Easton, his little brother Parker, can't get the 3 to fall, and the save by Hutchison. DeVries for 3. That's not going to fall, but another offensive rebound for the Wolverines, and then Hutchison will try a 3. That's no good, and Dallin Draper will clear the rebound. 0 for 3 to start the day from the arc for the Wolverines. Gilbert to Draper. Draper with a pretty good size mismatch over DeVries. Can't get that to fall, and Derek will get the rebound. And the Wolverines coming the other way. Parker out to DeVries. He'll penetrate, gets a nice easy layup with a left hand. Nice little hesitation by DeVries. And Coach Sheets in somebody's ear from the Wolverines on some missed assignments as Gilbert will walk it across the timeline, push it with one hand up ahead to Reeves. Reeves, 16-footer straight away, knocks it in. Looking like a much different team than the one that struggled with Farson for about 3 quarters this morning in the early game. Parker at the top. Mickelson on him defensively. DeVries will get the 3 away, and he'll knock it down. And the Wolverines have tied it. Namely, Derek has tied it. He has all 5 of the Wolverines' points. It's 5-5. We're 2 minutes into the basketball game. Fremont Therapy is sponsoring our scoreboard today. Appreciate them. Lloyd, and an offensive foul on a pick on Draper at the top. Draper did foul out of the game this morning against Farson. And that will be the first turnover of the basketball game against Draper on the offensive foul. DeVries, right side angle. Oh man, we got a hurt player as he goes down. And referee, not sure if he's going to call a foul or what. And this will be very interesting to see where this goes. As Gilbert and Vincent collided, the referee put his hand up as if to call a foul, and now this will be a very interesting call. Wow, flagrant call is going to be called on Vincent.
Calls on Vincent.
So flagrant foul on Vincent will be his first personal, and that's going to send Gilbert back to the free throw line to shoot what will be the third and fourth technical fouls of the contest. He'll miss the first, so no harm done. It's going to go as a turnover, though, against the Wolverines because they had the possession when the foul came. Is it too late, Thomas, to ask for a replay on that play? You knew I was going to ask that. Is it too late? Okay, I didn't know if our window had passed on that to see. But I do like that the referees conferred on it. Gilbert misses both. Basically, the only thing that happens is a turnover on the Wolverines. Lob pass down low and a bucket by Reeves as he got free on the low block. 7-5, Grace leading the Wolverines. DeVries going to take it to the rack. He's going to be called on the ground. It's not going to be an and one. Draper, though, is going to pick up his second. You might see him go grab a seat on the pine. And as if on cue, they're going to bring in Kai Clegg into the ball game. He is 6'3". Going to see Draven Monroe and Ty Sheets checking into the ball game. Vincent and Gabrielson out as they have checked in. Very weird colored, dark kind of gymnasium looking at the yellow of the court. Parker gets past his man. He'll lay it up as he ran past Mickelson. And Paxton will get his first basket of the basketball game and tie us up for a second time. 7 apiece. Down low. Clegg throws it away right into the hands of Derek DeVries. Derek, long pass up ahead. Hutchison. Nathan drives, goes baseline as it got knocked out of his hands. Dre then dribbles it out of bounds. Nope, going to keep it here. He had help dribbling it out of bounds. They'll say it's off of a Grace player. And it will be out of bounds to the Wolverines underneath and to the left of their own window with one on each corner of the paint. Corner, DeVries for three, airmails it off of Reeves. It'll stay Wolverine basketball. Riverton already 1 of 5 from three-point line early, reminiscent of yesterday. Inbounds to Sheets, Ty penetrates, 15-foot line, bounces it at the feet of Hutchison. Good glove, hands it to DeVries. He'll lose it going up, and the turnover will go back to the Grace Grizzlies. Mentioned this yesterday in the game, but Idaho implementing a shot clock next year of 35 seconds, and they were playing with that shot clock Wednesday night when they played Soda Springs and beat them. At home was Grace. Pick by Clegg on Paxton. They'll get a switch. Parker's got to go guard the 6'4" player down low. Now they'll switch, and Monroe knocks it out of there, taken away by DeVries. Good defense by Dre from behind. DeVries going to take it to the rack, and he's fouled. Knifing through at the last second, Kai Clegg is going to receive the foul. That'll be his first.
14, Clegg.
That'll put Derek DeVries to the line. Riverton 68% free throw shooting. Derek is 12 of 19 coming into the game. Misses the first. First chance at a lead for the Wolverines. Only sub in the game so far for Grace has been Clegg for Draper, who got 2 quick fouls. DeVries gets the second, makes it a 1-point Wolverine lead, their first lead of the game. 4:37 left. Man-to-man pressure. Inbound comes to Gilbert. Parker on him defensively. Wolverines in their home whites again, as I mentioned, for the 6th straight game. Gabrielson and Vincent will recheck back into the game. That's a three-pointer missing by Reeves. Rebounded by DeVries. Long pass. Sheets with the left hand. He misses the bunny. He slips on the floor. And it's taken away by Reeves. Sheets misses the left-hand layup. This is a very slick floor. You can hear shoes squeaking, but it's like an ice rink out there for these teams, unfortunately. Spinning on the baseline, getting free was Mickelson. Nice play. He got away from DeVries, and he'll flip the lead for a second time, 9-8. Grace out in front of the Wolverines. Sheets wide open for three, hesitated. Going to see Brody Dale for the first time this weekend as Parker runs past his man. Rises for 10 on the baseline. It's going to go on the other side of the rim, and it'll be fielded by Mickelson. Driving is Gilbert. Misses badly, and taken away by Dre Monroe. His first rebound, and a kick is going to be called on Mickelson. Gabrielson, Vincent, Brody Dale into the ball game. Parker, Nathan, and Ty coming out. You can hear Coach Sheets. He said, let's hustle, you're all walking. Wanted to get them a little quicker to the baseline. 2-3 zone now for Grace. They have switched up. They started in a man. Dale whips it down low. Gilbert is going to be on the back of Vincent and will be called for the foul. Good pass by Brody from the top as he saw that for a split second and whipped that ball down the middle of the lane. Just stepped in, one-handed it. Gilbert fouls Vincent from behind as you watch on the replay. DeVries drives, rises for 10, pushes too hard off the back of the iron, and Clegg will get the rebound. Grace back the other way with a 1-point advantage. Clegg back out to Gilbert, back down to Clegg in the corner. Mickelson for three, over Gabrielson, missed it, and another bound into the hands of Derek DeVries, his third rebound. Jason hands it back to Derek. Derek back out to Brody. Brody hit a couple of threes Saturday against Cheyenne South in the three-point barrage. That ball knocked away, but Vincent gathers it back in. Good quick hands by Reeves. Brody's going to back it out to the midcourt circle. Between the legs dribble, back to DeVries. Now Gabrielson. Entry pass in the short corner to Dre Monroe. Back out to Cade. He'll flip it to Vincent. He gets pummeled from behind by Reeves. That'll be his first personal foul. Fifth foul on Grace as we'll see Hunter Houck for the first time checking into the game. Hunter, a 6-foot junior, averaging 3 points a game. Brody, a 5'10 junior, averaging just under 3 points a game as well. And then it looked like Joel Clegg, 5'11 junior, is checked in for Grace, guarding Gabrielson on that right side. 2:15 left to play, first quarter, 9-8 the score. DeVries hounded out there by Lloyd, and about the third hand check gets called, and Lloyd will get his first personal. Sixth team foul now on the Grizzlies.
Lloyd, his first.
Next, well, for the next 10-11, any whistle on Grace for a foul is going to be Wolverine free throws. Houck, Gabrielson was open, but Houck goes out to Dale. He was just trying to beat the 5 count. As Cade came free for just a minute. Gabrielson in the paint, back out to Houck. It's a long possession for the Wolverines this time down the floor. They have been in this for a while now. Under 2 minutes left. Good job on the zone, by the way, for Grace. His driving is DeVries, counted and one with a left hand. Derek drives, he scores, he gives Riverton the lead. He's got 8 of the 10 points right now, does Derek. With 1:49 left, Paxton has the other 2 points. Echon comes back in for Brody Dale. Good minutes for Brode. And we're going to see Brendan Sorensen checking in for Grace as well. He's a 6'1 junior. First team wide receiver for that very successful Grace football team. Derek gets the 3-point play. He's got 9 of the 11. The Wolverines with their biggest lead of the night at 11-9 with 1:45 left to play in the first quarter on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Ball in and out of the hands of Lloyd. He'll gather it back in, though. Parker gets all over him. 5 count is on, but he'll throw it away anyway. That goes through the hands of Mickelson. It'll be Wolverine basketball. Great defense by Parker Paxton that time. Had him lit up and locked down. Had him at about a 5 count. Coach Lloyd lobbying with the official for something, but pretty good defense that time by Parker, and he gets the turnover out of it. Derek tries to go at the top. They'll turn it right back over. Mickelson batted that one down. driving, pump fake. Clegg in the paint. That one is a foul on the Wolverines. Clegg will go shoot 2 free throws. Foul is on DeVries. Derek will get his first personal. 9 points, 3 rebounds here in the first quarter for Derek DeVries. And going to the line will be Joe Clegg. First free throw is on the way and no good. Grace is 1 for 5 from the free throw line. Riverton's 1 for 5 from the three-point line. Hauk will check out as Vincent comes back in. Second free throw is also no good, but a long rebound to Sorensen. And then they'll turn it over. 5 turnovers on the Grizzlies. Sheets in for DeVries with 1:11 left. And then Rafe Jorgensen will check into the ball game for Easton Lloyd. Rory Lloyd, the head coach, chats him up when he comes off. Gabrielson looking against that zone. Getting Bear Lake made a living out of that yesterday with the Wolverines. Sheets, right side, actually at the top. Parker sets his feet, fires the 3 and gets it. Paxton with 5, DeVries with 9. That's 14-9. Wolverines out in front, 5-point advantage. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Clegg, high post, back to the basket, hands it off, and Parker's going to get called for a foul as he shot through the pick. He hits Rafe Jorgensen. Paxton with his first of the day. Third team foul on the Wolverines. Dallin Draper got in foul trouble with, 5.5 left in the first quarter. He got his second foul, so he's been seat belted. Mickelson takes it in the backcourt with 30 seconds left. Gabrielson tips it. Gathering it back in, though, is Jorgensen. Mickelson for 10 on the right side. Vincent will steal that rebound out of his hands. And Riverton looking to add to a 5-point lead. This will probably be the final shot of the first quarter, with a quick timeout coming your way here in 10 more seconds. Left side, Parker. Baseline, Gabrielson. They've switched defenses. Gabrielson hooks it down low, and they're not going to get a shot off. That ends up, I think, being a turnover on the Wolverines as they didn't get a shot away. 14-9 at the end of our score. Riverton out in front by 5. We'll be back for the second quarter after this. This is Wolverine basketball from the County 10 Sports Network and 105.1 Jack FM.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoors.
Your home for Wolverine basketball all season long. 105.1 Jack FM and on the County 10 YouTube stream.
Well, the Wolverines go 5 of 12 in the first quarter, 42%, 2 out of 6 from the arc. Grace, 4 of 9. They were 0 of 2 from the arc. And Grace was 1 of 6 from the free throw line as they had 4 technicals, and they missed 3 out of those 4. Gabrielson, Vincent, Hutchison, DeVries, and Paxton coming onto the floor in their home whites. Draper's still not out there. Thought maybe we'd see him come back at the start of the second quarter, but he does have 2 fouls, so we'll keep an eye on that. And then an offensive foul on Vincent setting a pick will be a turnover on the Wolverines. And we're dead even in the turnovers now at 5 apiece. Second personal, by the way, on Jason. 4th team foul on Riverton. There have been 7 fouls called on Grace. Cade D'ing up. Referee finally puts the 5 count on after about 3 seconds. Pump fake, 15-footer. Reeves knocks it down. Nice job, Peyton Reeves. 14-11. Cade brings it across the timeline. Bounce it to DeVries in the paint. DeVries in trouble. Throws one up wildly, and then Hutchison is going to get called over the back, and he got the worst end of that as he went down hard did Nathan Hutchison trying to knock that out of there. I'm not really sure what Derek was doing to that. He had a couple of guys on the three-point line that were open and decides to throw it blindly over his head. Maybe hoping for a foul out of that, I'm not sure. Gabrielson with a near steal. Parker picking it back up is Jorgensen. Wide open underneath, lay-in is good with the left hand on the right-hand side, Sorensen. Boy, loose ball turns into a bucket for the Grizzlies. Paxton dribbles into the heart of the zone, steps through and is fouled. Clegg, Joe Clegg, first personal. I have 7 team fouls. I think it might be 8 on them, though. It is 8.
Since Paxton's the line.
Both. That's Clegg has number 2 now, and he gets talking to by Coach Lloyd. And Parker gets the first free throw. 6 points for the junior. He is verbally committed to the University of Colorado for golf after being a 3-time state champion golfer and has another year yet to go. Gets them both back to a 3-point Wolverine lead. Just under 7 minutes left to play in the first half on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Gilbert drives down the lane, misses it. DeVries, the rebound. Wolverines back on the attack. Corner, Hutchison. They wanted it to go middle, but that's not going to happen. DeVries throws it off the underside of the backboard. Hutchison gets it. He'll throw it back out to Parker, and they'll call him for a travel. And it probably should have been a turnover anyway because it hit the back of the backboard. And that's usually out of bounds, and that's what Grace was trying to lobby with the official, but nothing was called. Instead, they end up giving it away on a travel. It has been a ragged couple of games for the Wolverines so far, as dribbling head high and out of bounds is Gilbert. He'll turn it over. 6 turnovers apiece. Here comes Mickelson back into the game. Ty Gilbert comes out. 6:15 left first half. Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Wolverines 16, Grizzlies 13. It's the second time in history they'd ever made the state football championships, and they fell. Paxton for 3, comes off the left side, off the iron, into the hands of Reeves, and here come the Grizzlies back now. Baseline, Wolverines in a man-to-man. Looked like they lost a guy for a minute, and they'll get him back in. Clegg, Mickelson, right side, underneath, shot over the top. That was good defense by Cade. It was just a better shot by Reeves, and he brings them to within 1. 16-15. Cade hands it back to Hutchison. Nathan getting bodied up, takes it into the paint, kicks it back out to Parker. Paxton puts it on the floor. He'll penetrate in. He'll rise for 8. It hits the front of the iron and rolls in. 9 points for Paxton, and a quick timeout called by Bo Sheets. We'll stay here and give a thanks to Bailey Tire and Auto for sponsoring this broadcast. Bailey Tire and Auto in Riverton and Lander. Huge selection of every kind of tire you can think of. Check them out. Stick around for the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show after the game. And your scoreboard brought to you by Fremont Therapy in Riverton and Lander. For more than 25 years, Fremont Therapy has been Fremont County's leader in physical and occupational therapy. Proud to provide experienced clinicians to support athletes and their families. Wishing all county teams the best of luck this season. And while we've got time, one more we'll throw out there. Thanks to Gamble's on Main Street in Lander. Shane, he's the owner. He's got truckloads of furniture waiting just for you. Delivery is always free within 30 miles of the store, which includes all of Riverton. Check them out online, landergambles.com. John Gabrielson alongside Thomas Dent III, and up top on the balcony level is Jason Peterson. Thank him for helping us out here on the County 10 Sports Network. Jared Anderson back in radio control at 105.1 Jack FM. The Lander Tigers playing in the gals are at home. The boys are on the road. Wyatt and Riley will be bringing you boys basketball from Douglas at 6 o'clock this evening. Full court pressure by Riverton. Mickelson going to bring it across the stripe, and they'll set up shop now against the Wolverine man-to-man to our right. Houck and Monroe will check in. Next dead ball, Jason with a near steal. But instead, Clegg hands it back out to Mickelson. Baseline now, and a travel violation on Peyton Reeves will be the 7th turnover of the contest. Cade and Jason are out. Hauk and Monroe are in. Hutchison on the wing. Now Monroe, they've switched to a man-to-man. Dre is going to be fouled, and it drops. Mickelson in his grill. And Dre, nice strong move, gets it to go, and he gets the and one. Wolverines looking for their largest lead of the contest if the free throw goes down, as Ty Sheets back into the game for Nathan Hutchison. Foul on Mickelson, by the way, his first. 9th team foul on the Grace Grizzlies. Dre at the line, 3-point play converted. And the Wolverines with their biggest lead of the afternoon at 6 now. 21-15, 4:45 left. Second game of the day. Boy, and gave up the dribble right across half court was Jorgensen, but didn't hurt them too badly as he got rid of it quickly. Driving, Sorensen, baseline, throws it back inbounds to Clegg. DeVries almost ties up Rafe Jorgensen. Wolverines very good man-to-man and barely let him inside the three-point line. Block that out of bounds. Block it out of there by DeVries. Ball is loose and the Wolverines come up with it. Back the other way. Driving, Hauk misses the shot. Monroe the rebound and he's fouled. Good follow by Draven Monroe. 8 turnovers now on Grace. Riverton will shoot 2, the final 4:09 of the first half on that Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Monroe hit one and one to hit his one a minute ago, and he doesn't get that one to drop. He'll have another though. 4:42 in the Mountain West. Lane violation and a timeout called, so Wolverines get neither. Timeout on the floor. 4:09 left. 21-15. Wolverines out in front. We'll be back with more on 105.1 Jack FM and the County 10 Sports Network.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give him a call at 307-332-7184. Thanks for joining us for a live streaming coverage of Wolverine basketball from the Flaming Gorge Invite in Sweetwater County.
We will be back at this gym bright and early, 9:40 a.m. tomorrow when the Lady Wolverines take on the Lyman Lady Eagles. It'll be their final game of the 28th annual Flaming Gorge Invitational. And then we will pack it up and haul it over to Rock Springs for a 2:40 start time for the Wolverine boys taking on the Mountain View Buffaloes. We had a good conversation with Travis Draper, and when we get a quick minute, he had a little bit of something he'd like me to say to a lot of people back home in Riverton. We'll get to that. We're midway through the second quarter. Parker D'ing up on Rafe Jorgensen. They'll go baseline, back out to Jorgensen. Now Clegg has Sheets on him defensively. Stops, goes baseline. Reeves runs it to the top of the arc. Hauk fell down. He gets back up and finds his man. Mickelson, good man-to-man defense by the Wolverines. Mickelson. DeVries all over him, gives it back to Mickelson, and then DeVries fouls Clegg. And Derek's going to get his second personal foul as he fouled him right in front of the Wolverine bench. Just the 6th team foul, so not shooting yet. Mickelson to inbound. Draper is checked back into the ballgame. He came in the timeout, however. I neglected to mention that, but Dallin is back out there. One of 9 children in that Draper clan as that ball's knocked away and picked up by Hunter Hauk. 8 boys and 1 girl. Poor Mallory in that Draper family. Just had another one about 5 months ago, and Parker's going to get tied up by Reeves, and it'll be a held ball, and it will go Grace basketball. 7th turnover on the Wolverines. Gabrielson back in. He'll play with the 4 juniors. DeVries, Sheets, Hauk, and Monroe. Ty Gilbert back into the game for Grace. Calls it out. Gabrielson on him defensively. Almost thrown away. It's going to go out of bounds. It is thrown away. You got to give, I think, credit to Cade on that one, as his length kind of stretched him out, made him make a longer pass than he wanted to, and he ended up throwing it out of bounds for a 10th turnover on the Grizz. Under 3 minutes left to play. DeVries goes baseline. What's reached there, nothing called, then thrown away. And all the way to the rack is Gilbert, and he'll score it. Back to a 4-point game. 21-17 after the Wolverines turn it over. Gilbert goes coast to coast. Trying to stay out of the 1-2-2 half-court trap. Sheets bounces it to DeVries. He'll take it in. Blocked out of there by Reeves and taken away by Draper. Pump fake, Clegg. He'll drive in. That'll be an offensive foul. Who else? Yes, Draven Monroe. He takes the charge. And it'll be turnover number 11 on the Grizzlies. Well, if they give it to Clegg, I've got him for 3, and now they just put up 3 on the board. But Sheets, 15-footer, in and out, stays out. Reeves the rebound. Wolverines 37% from the floor. Grace 8 of 15, just over 50. That one goes over, and Monroe going to be called for the foul on Ty Gilbert. Draven will pick up number 1 for him. 7th team foul. And to the line goes Ty Gilbert. He's hit 3 of 4, and they've all been from the technical varieties. Not used to having people lined up on the lane this game, and he'll miss that one. Now 1 for 5. Hutchison, Vincent, Paxton in, DeVries, Monroe, Hauk out for RHS. Second one is good, and it's a 3-point game. Ty Gilbert has 6 points. 1-2-2, half-court trap by Grace. Needs somebody in the middle, but they'll go to the outside to Hutchison. Back to Gabrielson. Pump fakes on Draper, flips it out to Paxton. Thought about a 3 after Gilbert fell down, but he doesn't pull the trigger. Instead, Vincent, nice pass underneath. Outside, Parker for 3 on the way. That's good. Extra pass. Thought maybe that Hutch would go up with that on the low block, but instead he gets an assist as Parker has his 12th point of the game. Parker has 12, Derek has 9, and then Ty Sheets will take an offensive foul from Draper, and that'll be 3 on Dallin. And we may see the last of him with 1:14 left here in the first half. And it is, as Easton Lloyd will come in. They'll get a lot smaller. Will Grace, as Lloyd listed at 5'10", coming in for the 6'4" Draper, who has 3 personal fouls now. Good take by Ty Sheets, though, to take that foul. Parker, right side, Gabrielson. Back to Paxton. Sheets in the corner. 3 ball on the way. Good. Ty Sheets. Back-to-back triples by the Wolverines, and they have posted their biggest lead of the evening now. And then they'll throw it away. Boy, bad pass by Mickelson. His player wasn't even waiting. Hutch, 1 extra pass. Gabrielson going to the floor with it. He'll tie it up and save the possession. It'll be Wolverine basketball with 50 seconds left. That time, Nathan, a little too unselfish. Probably should have shot that himself. Lob it up to Paxton. Parker back to Sheets. Back-to-back triples. Yes! 30-18. Wolverines have opened up a 12-point advantage. It was 21-17 at one point. A little 9-1 run by the Wolverines have put them up. And baseline, Parker boxing out. Is going to get the foul on the big guy. Peyton Reeves will get the foul, his second. Great job, Parker, boxing out underneath. Fantastic job of the 5'9" junior as he gets Reeves, who's listed at 6'4", to get over his back, boxing him out. And Parker will go to the line. There's an Easton Lloyd on the other side. Parker's older brother is Easton Paxton, so if I keep calling Parker Easton, I apologize for that. Second one by Parker is good. He has 14. He has nearly as much as the Grizzlies, but he does have what the Wolverines have on the board as a lead right now of 14. Right side, outside three, Lloyd. That might have been another over the back, as Sheets thought he had good position on Clegg, but it'll go out of bounds to the Wolverines. 7 seconds left. Cade will run it into the front court. He'll flip it to Ty. Ty is going to travel with 1.8 seconds left. And we'll get 9 turnovers on the Wolverines. 1.8 left, going to get in their face. Don't foul anybody. Just want to play zigzag on them right now. They'll get it into the hands of Gilbert just inside of the three at the buzzer. Nothing called. Coach Lloyd lobbying the official for contact, but nothing doing there. Coach Lloyd going to stare the officials down, and now he'll call one over. But we've played one half of basketball, and the Wolverines have opened up a 14-point pad. It's Riverton 32, it's Grace 18. We'll return after this timeout. This is Wolverine basketball from the County 10 Sports Network.
Porter's Supply Company in Riverton is proud to sponsor sports and student athletes here in Fremont County. Start your game day off right with the Porter's pregame show and get ready for action. Porter's has everything you need to heat your home this winter with the best selection of wood, gas, or pellet stoves. Good luck to all Fremont County teams from Porter's Supply Company. See Porter's Supply on North Federal in Riverton and online at portersmvs.com.
RE/MAX All-Star Realtors are proud to sponsor sports across Fremont County for the 22-23 season. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors was founded in 1991 with the goal of doing real estate in a way that would make our clients' lives as easy and uninterrupted as possible. They've completed many transactions involving residential, commercial, vacant lots, farm and ranch, and investment properties, and can help you with any goal you might have regarding any of these today. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors, 938 West Main Street, Riverton. See them online at remaxriverton.com. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors are proud to sponsor sports across Fremont County for the 22-23 season. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors was founded in 1991 with the goal of doing real estate in a way that would make our clients' lives as easy and uninterrupted as possible. They've completed many transactions involving residential, commercial, vacant lots, farm and ranch, and investment properties, and can help you with any goal you might have regarding any of these today. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors, 938 West Main Street, Riverton. See them online at remaxriverton.com.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
You're listening to Wolverine basketball from the Flaming Gorge Invite in Sweetwater County on 105.1 Jack FM.
32-18, the Wolverines out in front at the intermission by 14 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Riverton outscored Grace 14-9 at the end of the first quarter, outscored them 18-9 in the second quarter, and have built a 14-point lead here at the break. Leading the way, scoring, Parker Paxton with 14 points, 9 points for Derek DeVries. Ty Sheets off the bench has a couple of three-pointers. He's got 6. Dre Monroe off the bench with 3. 9 points for the Wolverines coming off of the bench. For the Grizzlies, they are led by Peyton Reeves. He's got 8. Ty Gilbert has 6. Mickelson and Sorensen with a couple of points apiece. Parker Paxton again leading the way in all scores with 14. Dallin Draper got in foul trouble. He has no points and just 2 rebounds in this ball game. Dallin is the leading scorer for this team, and I would imagine venturing a guess to say that they're going to have a lot more concerted effort getting that ball down low to Draper in the second half once this second half gets started here in a minute. Come back, take a look at shooting stats and also the rest of the tournament after we take another timeout. At the break, Riverton 32. It is Grace 18. This is Wolverine basketball from 105.1 Jack FM and the County 10 Sports Network.
I hold up wide left. They don't have any.
Ensuring you never forget your best memories, but also protecting your future adventures. Tyler Watson and State Farm is a proud supporter of the current and future Riverton Wolverine.
Wide right, McGuffey back to pass, shows the ball, throws again, looking in the end zone is DeVries. Touchdown, baby!
Find us on our website at ensuringriverton.com or stop by our office at 618 East Washington Avenue to discuss protecting your future. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I hold up wide left. They don't have any.
Ensuring you never forget your best memories, but also protecting your future adventures. Tyler Watson and State Farm is a proud supporter of the current and future Riverton Wolverine.
Wide right, McGuffey back to pass, shows the ball, throws again, looking in the end zone is DeVries. Touchdown, baby!
Find us on our website at ensuringriverton.com or stop by our office at 618 East Washington Avenue to discuss protecting your future. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's time to welcome Sutherland's Home and Garden Fall Catalog. It's full of hundreds of deals to help you save, including special fall buys, ideas, how-tos, and more. Win big. Sign up in-store for your chance to win a $5,000 Sutherland's shopping spree. See store for details. Get up to 24 months special financing with your Sutherland's credit card. See store for details. Sutherland's Fall Catalog is full of can't-miss deals. Stop by the store and pick one up today or check it out online at Sutherlands.com. Sutherland's, your fall home improvement store.
Wind River Internet is proud to deliver quality, high-speed internet to businesses and residents across Fremont County. Wind River Internet is the sponsor for the County 10 live stream and sports in our community. Enjoy high-definition broadcasts. Brought to you by Wind River Internet. They also provide reliable phone services that can help you stay in touch with the important people in your life. Experience greater connection today. To get a quote and start enjoying fast, reliable services, call 307-857-2004. That's 857-2004. Or windriverinternet.com.
Catch the game on your phone or the comfort of your home living room. Wolverine basketball is streaming on County 10's YouTube channel all season long.
First half shooting numbers for the Wolverines, 45%, much better than last night. 10 of 22, 5 of 10 from the arc. That is Saturday numbers of last week when they were 14 of 28, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. Grace on the other side, 8 of 18, 44%, so both teams shooting very similar in that respect. Grace, though, is 0 for 4 from the arc, and they have a hit 2 of 8 free throws in the contest as well. So, and they're not really relying on a three-point opportunity. Nobody on their team has made more than one three-pointer this basketball season, so that's not really their game to do so. But I think their game got into foul trouble in the first half. That in Dallin Draper, they got a little bit of foul trouble there. We'll hit a break at about I'm going to go one more minute here, so we'll hit about a minute break here in a second, Thomas. But the football team at Grace got second this year in their division in Idaho. And there's a lot of county ties on that to Fremont County, to be honest with you. Jaron Draper was the offensive coordinator. Travis Draper coached the offensive and defensive line. And then James Newby was the head coach. And you'll know James Newby from Thermopolis and Lander, where he was a wrestling coach and helped out with football and stuff there. He was the head coach. And that's just got even more Fremont County ties to Grace, Idaho than just the Draper family that we all know there as well. When we come back, it will be Grace basketball. They trail by 12. This is Wolverine basketball from 105.1 Jack FM and the County 10 Sports Network.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Heading south, down the road in a gold Cadillac, coupe to fill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
If you're looking to get upgrades on your vehicle done with bumpers, grill guards, and bed liners, shop locally. Instead of traveling the extra mile to an out-of-town shop, take it to the premier local shop here in Fremont County. Wyoming 4x4 has over 25 years of experience under the belt. Dan will take your stock truck and give it the perfect accessory makeover tailored to your vision. Stop at Wyoming 4x4 or give Dan a call at 307-857-3175.
You're listening to Wolverine Basketball from the Flaming Gorge Invite in Sweetwater County on 105.1 Jack FM.
So I was talking about Travis Draper. He said he wanted to give a huge thanks to the Riverton community, friends and neighbors for helping them mold them into the family they are. He said lots of love to Coach Patterson, Sheets, Quayle, Mullins, Watson, Mason, McIntosh, Schultz, Bradley, and more. He said he very fond memories of the RJFL field and the Little League baseball field, that Legion field. He said playing at Wolverine Field and Wolverine Gym was so much fun. He said thanks to Riverton for the love and support for 16 years. He said so much of who we are is because of the wonderful people in Riverton. He wanted to thank Martin and Jamie DeVries family, Hutchisons, Gabrielsons, Hauk, Beers, Richardson, Mueller, and so many more that have helped their families so much. So a nice note of gratitude from Travis Draper. Same five for the Wolverines, same five for the Grizzlies as they'll go deep in the corner. Three misses. Parker gets pushed in the back by Mickelson. They will make the right call as Parker just got pushed in the back by Will Mickelson. And that'll be his second personal foul. Gabrielson, DeVries, Paxton, Vincent, and Hutchison in the home whites for the Wolverines. Nicholson, Gilbert, Reeves, Lloyd, and Draper in the red and white of the Grace Grizzlies from Grace, Idaho. Cross-court pass. Cade thought about a three, penetrates, bounces it down low to Vincent. He wasn't quite ready for it. Instead, wraps around Gabrielson, who just grabs it and jumps before he has it fully contained, but he grabbed it on the way up. His first basket of the contest, and the Wolverines out to a 16-point advantage. Just starting out the second half of hoops. Intended for Draper, knocked out of there by DeVries. Parker to Nathan. Dribbles into the paint, lost the handle on it. 10 turnovers on Riverton. Draper gets it. Out to Mickelson. Now back into the hands of Lloyd. Spinning. Reeves, 10-footer. Got it. Nice little jumper by Reeves in the middle of the paint, and he'll knock it down. 1-2-2 trap awaiting the Wolverines. Cade bounces it up to DeVries, who comes more towards the middle. Cade's wide open. Turns, he'll fire from 8, gets knocked down, but instead DeVries will get the rebound. Parker has it knocked away from him. Driving, taking it the distance, and scoring is Ty Gilbert. Looked like he comes up ginger on that ankle a little bit. He had an ankle injury in the football season. They'll wear a lot of ankle braces on that side. He's got 2 on his feet. Like I said, he hurt it during the football season. Wolverine turnover again leads to points by Grace. Gabrielson to Paxton, lights up the 3, and he'll knock it down. 17 for Parker on his third triple of the afternoon. 37-22 Wolverines. High post. Draper back to the basket, pulls it back out. Left side driving, Gilbert baseline, misses it. Rebound falls off to Paxton. Wolverines on the drive. Gabrielson in the corner, gets that blocked out of there by Mickelson and taken away by Draper. Back the other way, and a foul underneath as Gilbert gets knocked to the ground. Cade will help him up. Foul is on Parker. Paxton's second on him. Monroe and Sheets going to check in here at the 5:18 mark of the third quarter. Gilbert back at the line, 2 of 6 from the free throw line, now 3 of 7. Cade and Nathan will exit. Wolverines missing Eli Lucas, who did not make the trip under the weather. Second one is short, and DeVries, nice strong rebound. Throws it away, unfortunately. And then they give it right back. Trading turnovers for turnovers for turnovers as Parker gets caught in traffic. Throw it away, and guess what? Thrown right back away. That was 4 turnovers in the span of like 11 seconds. Parker gets open for 3, just missed it. Sheets tried to put it back up and in, but blocked out of bounds by Reeves. Good job by Ty to grab that rebound. I don't think Ty Gilbert is 100% on that ankle the way he's walking for Grace, Idaho. Lob pass out to Paxton near the midcourt circle. Right side now, DeVries to Monroe. Runs down to the baseline. Good defense by Dallin. Back up top, DeVries for 3. That's good. 12 for Derek DeVries.
DeVries with the 3.
Lloyd gets the inbound, hands it back to Clegg. Ball batted out of there and taken away by the Wolverines. Good defense by Jason Vincent. Back to DeVries, now Jason. Penetrates, takes it all the way to the rack. He will not get it to drop, but he will go to the line. And it's going to be on Draper, and that'll be 4 on Dallin.
Draper is 4.
He's not gotten to play a lot of this basketball game against his old team, as he'll come out after this free throw in favor of Kai Clegg. We'll also see Brennan Sorensen in. Jason misses the first and will have another. Dallin comes out, Reeves comes out. 4:12 left, Jason gets neither of the 2. And the Grizzlies come back the other direction. Mickelson into the paint. Clegg. Got to get out of the paint. He does. See how many games we can go in without a 3-second call, because we're in a bundle already with no 3-second calls. That three-pointer misses short. Monroe clears house. Wolverines across the timeline. Parker. Baseline Sheets. Bounce it to Monroe. 17-point Wolverine advantage with 3:35 left to play in the third. Vincent underneath. Forces it up. Got his own rebound. Does Jason. And then it gets knocked away in the corner. And they'll trade turnovers. Jason in the paint. Glass misses and he's fouled. They'll go on Sorensen, who has number 1 of his own accord, and Vincent back to the line. Jason has yet to score in this game. He's got a couple of rebounds, now has 1 of 3 from the free throw line, as Hauk will come in for the shooter. Gabrielson will come in after this as well. Jason gets both this time. 2 points for Vincent, matching their largest lead of the evening at 19 apiece. DeVries and Vincent come out. Gabrielson and Hauk in. Clegg has Hauk on him defensively in the backcourt. He'll run it across the barrier and bring it in to the forecourt now. Mickelson has Paxton on him. Back up top, Mickelson for 3. Misses. Monroe is going to get over the back by Kai Clegg, and that'll be foul on Clegg. Another rebound for Monroe. That's 4 I've got for Dre. Brody Dale checking in. 3 minutes left to play in the third on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Dale wraps it around to Gabrielson. Cade batted out of bounds is going to stay Wolverine basketball. Substitution as Reeves will check in for Clegg. Mickelson D'ing up Gabrielson as Cade will get it back to Dale. They'll put it into play, baseline. Dre, nice move, stepping through 2 defenders and scoring. Dre Monroe now has 5, and the Wolverines have opened it up to a 21-point advantage. A 12-5 quarter for Riverton as Grace will throw it out of bounds and they approach the 20 turnover margin right now. 2:32 left, we're gonna keep it here. Big thank you to Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care for sponsoring this broadcast. The staff of their clinics in Lander and Riverton want to remind you not to ignore those annual wellness visits. Make your appointment at Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care, and let's stay healthy together. Tyler Watson, State Farm, proud supporter of the Wolverines and these sports broadcasts. State Farm reminding you not to forget old memories and also protect your future. Stop in and see Tyler and his staff, 618 East Washington Avenue, or go online, insuringriverton.com. And tonight's broadcast doesn't end when the clock runs out. Stick around for the Bailey Tire Auto post-game show. Bailey's employs over 130 Fremont County residents, always looking for more. Go with Bailey.com to learn more information. 2.5 left to play. Third quarter, Wolverines by 21. Monroe, low block, Hauk. Back over to Sheets. On the way for 3 is good. Ty has 3 threes. He's got 9. And he puts Riverton up now by 24. Again, this is kind of what Grace did to Farson this morning. Left it close for about 2.5 quarters and then put it away in the third. Riverton doing that now to Grace, Idaho. Trying to go 3-0 against the Grizzlies in their short lifetime history of playing each other. And I think every time has been on this floor here in Green River, if I'm not mistaken. I know last year's definitely was. And a foul called on Ty Sheets as he got tangled up with Brennan Sorensen. Nathan Hutchison will check in for Dre Monroe. Good minutes by Dre, 5 points, 4 rebounds. McKay Fegler was our player of the game in the girls' game earlier today as they fell to Mountain View. They'll play Lyman 9:40 tomorrow. Baseline triple on the way, good by Easton Lloyd, his first basket of the ball game. 1-2-2 zone, half court trap. Nope, they've switched out of that now. They're just in a straight man-to-man defense now, R. Grace. Nathan battles it, tapped out of bounds, and out of bounds is Peyton Reeves. It'll stay Wolverine basketball. 1:08 remaining. Got a minute break coming up at the conclusion of this third quarter on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. 5:15 in the evening. Cade gets free on the baseline, left it short, didn't get his feet all the way underneath him. And it ends up being an air ball, and Reeves with the rebound. Into the paint. That one's an air ball. Good defense by Brody Dale as Hauk comes away with the rebound. Brody, left side. Hutchison takes it. Right hand, left side, good. First basket of the game for Nathan Hutchison. Wolverines have outscored the Grizzlies 35-17 in the middle 2 quarters to help put this game at 23-point differential with a half a minute left to play in the third quarter on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Back at it again early tomorrow morning. That's an air ball as it bounces off the floor into the hands of Brody Dale. Brody pulls it back out near midcourt. 10 seconds left. They're going to go 4 low. Let him go one-on-one with Lloyd, and Coach Sheets burns a quick 30-second timeout. I think Brody was going to get a 5 count on him, which had got on there. So Coach Sheets burns a quick 30. And we'll thank our friends at Fremont Therapy in Riverton and in Lander. They're More than 25 years, Fremont Therapy has been Fremont County's leader in physical and occupational therapy. Proud to provide experienced clinicians supporting athletes and their families, wishing all county teams the best of luck. Fremont Therapy, thanking them for our scoreboard. And as I mentioned, Gamble's on Main Street in downtown Lander. Truckloads of furniture and appliances and more waiting just for you. Delivery is free within 30 miles of the store, and that includes all of Riverton. Online at LanderGambles.com. I see Riverton High School principal John Griffith along the baseline. That familiar camera in his face. Brody Dale for three at the buzzer, no good. And we played 3 quarters of basketball. The Wolverines led by as much as 24 at one point. They lead by 23 as we head to the final 8. It's Riverton 49. It's Grace 26. We'll return after this on the Fremont County 10 Sports Network.
Wyoming Catholic College are proud sponsors of student athletes and sports programs across Fremont County, plus are this season's academic spotlight sponsor. Wyoming Catholic College forms students through a rigorous immersion in the primary sources of the classic liberal arts tradition, the grandeur of the mountain wilderness, and the spiritual heritage of the Catholic Church. Grounded in real experience and thoughtful reflection, our graduates love truth, think clearly, and communicate eloquently, engaging with the world as it is. Submit your application online at wyomingcatholic.edu/admissions/apply.
Your home for Wolverine basketball all season long. 105.1 Jack FM and on the County 10 YouTube stream.
Appreciate everybody tuning in on that County 10 YouTube stream. And we will be back at it again tomorrow morning. Go on the air about 9:25-ish for a 9:40 start for the Wolverines and the Lyman Lady Eagles. DeVries back into the game. Baseline 3, Paxton. Falls off the far side. Jason Vincent goes and runs down the rebound. DeVries left wide open the top. That's left short. Parker the rebound. Back to DeVries. Right-hand scoop. Lay it up and in. 14 for Derek. Wolverines 8 of 19 from the arc. That's 42%. A much better shooting. You'd like to see a little bit of that last night against Bear Lake, but that zone just did its job effectively as Bear Lake got the win. DeVries from behind. Draper will get called for the reach. That'll be number 3 on Derek. Dallin playing with 4 personal fouls. He has not played a whole lot of this basketball game as he and Derek share a laugh out there after that play from behind. Yeah, they gave that to 32. It should have been on 1. Yeah, the guy that got fouled was Draper. Now, Cade, Nathan, Derek telling him to get out of the game. That's your 5th foul, but it's not on Dallin, it's on Derek. See them in the middle of that. Inbounds to Draper. He'll put it up strong and score. First 2 points of the game for the leading scorer from the Grizzlies. Nathan, pump fake. Hands it back up top to DeVries. Derek kicks it out to Gabrielson. 3 on the way is no good, but it's an offensive foul on DeVries anyway. And that'll be a turnover. 4th personal on Derek now. He and Dallin each with 4 personal fouls. He's going to dish it out, but he ran into the player and he gets the call anyway. Gilbert keeps it on a bounce. Hands it off to Jorgensen. Now Kobe Rindless-Baker. He gets down to Dallin. He'll miss it with a left hand, put it back up and in. Wanted to pad his rebounding stats a little bit. 4 points, 4 rebounds for Draper. Cade right side. Into the paint, back out to Paxton. Now Hutchison. Has Draper on him defensively. Nathan in traffic. Just got rid of it before the 5 count. Nice move by DeVries. He'll go to the hoop and he'll score. 16. Good body control by Derek DeVries to step away from a player that was intending to take a charge down there. He avoided the contact. 6 minutes left in the contest. Gilbert shut off baseline by Gabrielson. Back out top to Jorgensen. He's shut off there in the middle. Clegg back up top. Wolverine defense holding Grace right now to just 30 points with 5:50 left to play, and that's a short three-pointer. Draper got the rebound and put it back up and in.
Draper.
You see where his effectiveness would come in, but his foul trouble has unfortunately hurt him tonight. Baseline to Vincent. Jason in traffic. Missed it. Rindless Baker, I'm saying that correctly, gets the rebound. Dallin on the low block has to throw it back in. Cross court to Gilbert. Good defense by Gabrielson to shut him off in a couple of different directions. Draper in the paint. You can see how slick this floor is. Like I said, you can hear squeaking shoes, but it's more like an ice rink than it is anything else. Baseline almost thrown away, but Nathan tight-roping the end line, can't save it. He'll go out of bounds, out into the hallway and get a bag of popcorn and come back in. DeVries and Vincent checking out. Sheets and Hauk checking in for the Wolverines. Again, Eli Lucas out of action this weekend. Eli, speedy recovery. Hope you get to feeling better soon and back on the bench for the Wolverines. Baseline shot is no good, and trying to save it but can't is Clegg. And it'll go out of bounds to the Wolverines. Riverton out rebounding the Grizzlies unofficially 26-15. Dallin has 6. He has 5 of their 15 rebounds, and that's in not a lot of time. Parker floating, 12, got it, and he's fouled. 19 for Paxton.
Paxton with the bucket.
And it's going to be on Rindless Baker.
Goes to the free throw line.
First personal on Kobe. Dre Monroe heading to the check-in stand for the Wolverines. Parker, three-point play is good. He's got an even 20 now. Cade will check out. Monroe in with 4:43 left to play in the contest. Riverton boys will play Mountain View tomorrow. South beat up on the Buffaloes yesterday. The Bison pummeled the Buffaloes. Outside three. Offensive rebound, though, as it doesn't drop in. High arcing 10-footer. Ball is picked up by Nathan Hutchison. Nate to Monroe. Draven wants to get in the three-point act. That one's an air ball, unfortunately. And it's rebounded by Clegg. They'll throw it away. Parker ends up with it. Here come the Wolverines. Paxton, left side, no look. Hauk on the three-point line. Can't get it to drop as it rattles out. And it is picked up by Rafe Jorgensen. And the Grizzlies, right hand, and falls out. Clegg misses. Monroe the rebound. 3:35 left to play in the contest. Riverton has opened up 24-point lead. Sheets 9 points to Hutch. Left hand lay-in, missed it. Hauk with an offensive rebound. Under, wide open to Hutchison, and he'll put it in. 4 points for Nathan Hutchison. Go along with a couple of rebounds here today. Good pass, too, by the way, to find him underneath after the offensive rebound by Hauk. Baseline corner three. Rebound by Paxton. These teams just playing it out right now. That shot is no good. Clegg will tap the rebound to himself. In the paint, Paxton is going to tie him up. Oh, going to get a foul on Parker. Second personal foul. Nick McIntosh into the first time this weekend varsity-wise, as Brody Dale will check in as well. Hutchison and Paxton will come out. So 5 juniors on the court for the Wolverines. 2:46 left. Bailey Enterprises post-game show coming your way next. Great inbound play. Clegg with a good catch, puts it off the window and in. Dale to McIntosh. High post Monroe waited on the outside elbow, and he'll get put to the floor. Mickelson wants a hook, but instead Mickelson gets the foul. Third personal on Mickelson. They will have a slam dunk contest and a three-point shooting contest coming up. Monroe cannot connect on the first. Second one is also left short. .225 left. Baseline corner three, Rindles-Baker, no good. Monroe will grab another one. 6 boards for Dre Monroe. Baseline Sheets back out to Dale. Brody to McIntosh, left side in the corner. Draper on him defensively. Nice pick by the big kid Clegg as he'll just pickpocket Hauk, and then they'll throw it away, and it'll go Wolverine basketball. So each team's going to end up with about 20 turnovers in this contest. And it's been on situations like that. They're going to override the call and stay with grace. But it's been turnovers like that where each team has committed back-to-back turnovers to each other. They've come in clumps and not really been a predication of how this game ends up being a 25-point game. Draper over the top of Monroe. Nice move by Dallin. He's close to his average now of 8. Wolverine defense pretty darn well today, and there's a foul by Mickelson as he gets the steal, but gets called for a foul as primary reason he got the steal. That'll be 4 on Mickelson. And the Wolverines back to the free throw line. 10 of 17 from the line. The Wolverines, that is below their average of 68% at 59%. Brody's free throw 1-and-1 is no good. His chance to get in the varsity books here today. They'll try to get it to Draper, but both Hauk and Sheets are there. They'll say it goes off of Draper. And they'll give it to the Wolverines. 98 seconds left to play. Riverton will go to 4-2 on the season. Is trying to get the steal as Rafe Jorgensen. It's going to give the Grizzlies just their second loss. Their other loss came to Bear Lake, the team that beat Riverton yesterday. So McIntosh finds Sheets with full court pressure in the backcourt. Man-to-man, though, so Ty will wave everybody off, and he'll take it across himself. Monroe, defensed by Draper, hands it back to Dale, then sets a pick for Brody. Corner to Nick McIntosh. Right side Hauk for 3. He had a big guy barreling in his face, and that altered the shot as he missed it. And Draper the board. Evanston Red Devil boys in the house. That shot is good by Kai Clegg. 5 points for Clegg. It's a 19-point game. Riverton's biggest lead was 26 at one point. Brody trying to go the distance, has it swiped out of there by Jorgensen. And then another turnover. Then Brody for 3, back of the iron, rebound by Hauk. Driving is Ty Sheets, who gets in double figures tonight. 11 points for Ty Sheets. Back to a 21-point lead with 30 seconds left. Again, Riverton will go to 4-2. Grace will drop to 5-2. The Wolverines will play Mountain View tomorrow at 2:40. That game from Rock Springs. 17-footer goes 16.8 feet. Hauk with his 3rd rebound. He'll turn it over. That'll be a score for Rafe Jorgensen as he turned it over right in front of the hoop, and this game is over. Final score on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. The Wolverines have won it 60-41. They're 4-2 now. The Grace Grizzlies fall to 5-2. Your Bailey Chiarinato post-game show is coming your way next as the Wolverines victorious 60-41 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. We return for the Bailey post-game show right after this timeout. This is Wolverine basketball on 105.1 Jack FM and the County 10 Sports.
Xander's One Stop of Lander wishes the best of luck to all student athletes and sports teams throughout Fremont County. Xander's One Stop has it all: clean gas, ethanol-free fuel, diesel, a variety of household and automotive needs. Stop in for the very best in snacks, lunch, dinner, and much more. Plus, the best liquor selection. And now lottery tickets for the Cowboy Draw, Mega Millions, Powerball, and Lucky for Life. It's all here at Xander's One Stop, 730 East Main, Lander.
Tires, and more tires. Bailey Tire and Auto Service offers a huge selection, great prices, and fantastic service.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Haley. With over 13,000 tires to choose, Bailey has tires for your ATV, farm implement, car, truck, trailer, semi, lawnmower, wheelbarrow, you name it. If it has a tire, Bailey Tire and Auto Service can fix it or replace it. Bailey Tire and Auto Service is your one-stop complete tire and service shop. Just remember, with Bailey's, there's no tricks, just tires.
Keeping you connected with Wolverine basketball. We are the County 10 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Wolverine victory. As you're going to look at, going to scope this in, and you're looking at the Wolverines taking a picture with a former Wolverine right now in Dallin Draper, right in the middle of that pack there, and brotherhood and hugs and loves around. And Dallin finishes with 8 points and 6 rebounds tonight in the loss. You see Travis Draper there in the middle of that fray as well, if you're watching this on the County 10 YouTube page. Kids getting their pictures taken together. Wolverines win it 60-41 is your final count. And we're going to go with our Lander Medical Clinic player of the game first. And I'm going to go with Ty Sheets today as the junior comes out. We'll let him put these the headphones on here real quick. And Ty got you for 11 points tonight. I think that's a varsity career high.
Yeah, it is.
Let me throw this in front of you here real quick. But picked you as our Lander Medical Clinic of the player of the game. And, you know, you got another 3 late in the game. I thought your 2 threes in the first half were critical. Come off the bench and you knock those down. Tell me about the game a little bit.
Yeah, those were nice. It was a good play by our team. You know, we set it up well, and I just happened to get the open shot. So
where were those threes last night?
They weren't falling as well. I'm glad to finally shoot well. So
is that better? Can you hear in the headphones now?
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
Oh no, that's all
yeah.
good.
It was a struggle, but you guys come out here. I got you 8 of 21, 38%. I think Dad'll take that, right?
Yeah. I'll take that too.
How was it playing Dallin? You know, we've talked about that and the brotherhood. I mean, he's over there taking a team picture with him.
Oh yeah, he's one of us. But like once the game starts, we're going against him as hard as we can because we don't want to lose to one of our brothers.
Yeah, absolutely. And this had to be nice to come back and get a win after last night for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Last night was a little rough. We came out slow and didn't really get going until about the third, maybe even beginning of the fourth, so it was pretty frustrating, but today was good to come out and play good.
Right, and tournaments allow you to get back quickly, which you got to come back and play in less than 24 hours against Mountain View. Do we know who's shooting threes? Are you in the dunk contest tonight?
Oh, I'm not, no. I should be, but
yeah,
you know.
Well, we'll look for that. But do we know if anybody? I'll ask Coach. Coach when he comes up. So. But anyway, Ty, 11 points tonight and a rebound. Good job.
Thank you.
All right. Congratulations, our Lander Medical Clinic player of the game. That's Ty Sheets tonight joining us in the Bailey's postgame show. Now we're going to talk with the head coach. That would be one Bo Sheets after his team picks up a 60-41 victory, and I'm going to leave the headphones turned up. Poor Ty had no volume in his headphones, and he was too nice to tell me to turn up his headphones. But this had to be nice. This had to be a little bit of what the doctor ordered. Maybe a slow start, but for your defense to come out and hold them to 41 has to be pretty gratifying as well.
Yeah, because we watched those guys play this weekend, and they're a solid team, much like Bear Lake. They're well coached. Got some good big kids, and one of those big kids would be nice to be on our team, but it's fun to play them still. So they're a good team, and so to hold them to 41's a good defensive effort for us.
He got in foul trouble early, and I think late in the game you could see the damage. He scored 8 points and had about 4 rebounds in the second half. You kind of could see they don't like to shoot the three very much. They don't have 2 for 14. Your defense held them to. So I thought execution on your game plan worked well today.
Yeah, when our kids kind of picked up the intensity and got a little better ball pressure, we scrambled. We didn't get all the kind of loose balls that we'd like to, but the effort increased, and so it's it's kind of funny how when your effort increases, you get luckier, right? You kind of get those balls to get in your hands, they roll your way. So very pleased with our effort. Our start was a little sluggish, a little slow, but very pleased with the game overall.
This is a weird leading question, and it's no knock on any of the officials at all, but these games are going very fast, and there's not a lot of fouls called in these games. It almost kind of feels all-star-esque, but it's still basketball. Are you noticing that a little bit as well, or am I just...
I don't know. As Idaho is very well known for their just physical play. There's no fouls ever called. And, it kind of feels like a 4A atmosphere as far as officiating. They kind of let a lot go, so we've got to play off too. The kids can't worry about whatever, and obviously we get away with a lot of fouls too, so that's...
and I wasn't trying to say that was
exactly.
one way or the other, but it just had a weird feel all tournament long.
Well, and that's something we've talked to our kids about. It's like, you may have gotten fouled, but, we've also fouled them.
Right.
So you know how it's being played, it's how it's being called, and so you have to be able to adjust to that within the first few minutes.
What are we doing next? Do we have some three-point shooters? I asked Ty. He said he's not in the slam dunk competition. He said he should be, but he's not.
I know,
so.
We'll have the slam dunk contest, three-point shooters tonight. They only allowed us one shooter. And Parker shooting 50% coming in is a pretty clear choice for that one. But they have a great atmosphere tonight with the slam dunk contest, the three-point contest. It's just a fun thing that I wish more tournaments would do, because it is entertaining, and all the teams get together and cheer for one another and root against each other. So it's a good night of basketball.
Looking ahead, Mountain View got handled fairly much by Cheyenne South, who you kind of did the same thing to last Saturday, shooting well. Look at the Buffaloes on your last game of the tournament tomorrow.
They're decent. They've done some good things. They're they didn't play well against Mountain View or against South, but kind of similar to this team today. They're pretty solid. They do some good things, and so hopefully we can get after them.
Two last quick questions, and one of those is I selected Ty as your player of the game. He had 11 points. That's his varsity high, and the 2 threes he hit early, I think, in that first half were crucial, critical shots at that juncture.
Yeah. No, it's good to see him come in kind of off the bench and give us a spark. I think all of our kids can do that off the bench. All of our kids that play kind of spread out the defense. Parker did a really good job on at least one of those. He's going to get a lot of attention. So when he makes that extra pass, it's sometimes it's the beneficiary that's going to shoot the ball, and it's like all you got to do is knock it down. Easier said than done.
Yeah, exactly, as we noticed yesterday.
Yeah, right.
Last question, how have your sub-varsities team done here? Have they played yet today? And I know they played, I think you went 1-1 with the sub-varsities yesterday.
That's correct. JV did a good job. We got a lot of young kids game time in that, and they beat a pretty solid Bear Lake JV. Not handily, but they were down at half and then won. And then our sophomores, we've had a few of our ball handlers sick and not here this weekend, and so Natrona pressured us and won pretty easily. So sophomores are playing right now against a good Kelly Walsh team. I'm not sure how they did. And then our JV plays next.
All right, I'll let you go get to it.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Congratulations, Coach Sheets. His team 4-2 now with the victory over the Grace Grizzlies 60-41. Quickly running down your final scorers in this one, and then we'll send you off on the Bailey postgame show. Parker Paxton, 20 points. He had 7 rebounds today. He also had 3 3-pointers. Ty Sheets, he also had 3 threes and a field goal. He ends up with 11 points. Derek DeVries has 16 here tonight. 4 points for Nathan Hutchison, 5 for Draven Monroe, 2 each for Vincent and Gabrielson. As the Wolverines were up 32-18, they win 60-41 was the final score in the ballgame. Leading the way for the Grizzlies, Peyton Reeves had 10, 9 for Ty Gilbert. Dallin Draper had 8. He also had 6 rebounds in the contest. Wolverines shoot much better from the field, 8 of 21 from the arc, 21 of 47 overall, 45%. The Grizzlies 2 of 14 from the arc, just 14%. They shot 43% from the field. Back at it tomorrow morning early around 9:20, 9:25. We'll have the pregame show as the RHS girls take on the second-ranked team out of the 3A division, the Lyman Lady Eagles. They will do that at 9:40 as game time. About a 15-20-minute pregame coming your way on that. And then we'll wrap it up, boys basketball, 2:40 tomorrow afternoon from Rock Springs when they take on the Mountain View Buffalo Boys. And that will be a 2:40 tap time. We'll go on the air about 2:20, 2:25. Get you a pregame there as well. Thanks to Porter's MVS for the pregame, Fremont Therapy for the scoreboard, and Bailey Enterprises, your postgame show. Wolverines win it 60-41. Ladies fell earlier this morning to Mountain View. Until tomorrow in the 9 o'clock hour, for Jason Peterson and Thomas Dent III, Jared Anderson back at radio control. I'm John Gabrielson. This has been a presentation of Fremont County Sports, County 10 Sports, and 105.1 Jack FM.